As a big fan of the Disventure Camp series, one of my most frequently asked questions is who my favourite characters are in the franchise. And due to my absolute love and overall obsession for this series, I have a list of 5 characters already prepared for me whenever someone asks this question. I am Corps, and here are my top 5 favourite Disventure Camp characters. Let's go. Before I do go into this ranking, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, it really helps me and the channel a lot. Now coming in at number 5, we have Gabby, the tree hugger. Gabby was originally a character who I didn't really have that many thoughts and feelings on. That is until I recently rewatched the show for the dozenth time, and I realized just how fun and unique Gabby is as a character. Gabby is a character who is super fun, energetic, and affectionate. She's also really quick to attempt to befriend the people around her. Despite all these overwhelmingly positive qualities, Gabby is also quick to explode into a fit of rage if she believes that someone is mistreating her or nature around her. When she is pushed to a breaking point, Gabby's personality takes a complete 180, going as far as insulting and threatening violence on those she's been wronged by. Watching Gabby grow her confidence this season was definitely a plot point that I really enjoyed watching. Watching her snap at Gret and using the immunity idol on Ellie was definitely some of the most satisfying scenes in the entire series. Also, having a character that suffers with mental illness be positively represented in this media is a really good thing. While there were a few times where I think Gabby's writing could have been improved a little bit, overall she's definitely my 5th favorite character in the franchise and super fun. I love her to bits and pieces. Coming up next, in 4th place, we have my favorite female character, Gret. From what we see in the first half of the show, Gret is rather abrasive, rude, and she's never afraid of speaking out her mind. At first she's shown to be your stereotypical antagonistic character, but later down the line we soon learn that Gret is actually a girl with a lot of insecurities. Gret has been neglected in favour of her brother, and believes that winning the show will prove to her parents that she's actually worth something. Rewatching the show knowing the context of this plot point really does hit super deep, and her elimination was easily one of the most effective in the entire show. Watching her coming over her insecurities and leaving the camp with her head held high is easily one of my favourite scenes in the whole show. It's just so effective. The writing and storytelling is so well done. Gret is a character who I am rooting to win in Disventure Camp All-Stars, and I'm so excited to see her grow in the next season. Okay, now 3rd and 2nd place I really had to battle between because I love both of these characters equally, but for this ranking I will rank my 3rd favourite character as Tom. During the first half of his time on season 1, Tom is extremely secretive and kept to himself. Despite his overall suspicious nature, he's able to take the role of leader on the team as well as befriend Jake. We soon learned that the main reason why Tom decided to join Disventure Camp in the first place was because he was actually a spy. Tom was sent over by his agency in order to collect information on Jensen, Trevor, and Derek. I do think during the first 4 episodes of the show, Tom does start off a bit slow. However, episode 5 and onwards, I do genuinely believe that Tom is one of, if not the most well-written character in the entire series. Watching his relationship with Jake crumble apart, learning about his insecurities about his scars, as well as watching his personality grow from a rather blank slate to a loyal, helpful, and compassionate character, there is a huge reason why Tom is such a big fan favourite within the community, as well as my 3rd favourite Disventure Camp character. Now coming in at number 2, we have Alec, the librarian. Just like Tom, during the first few episodes, Alec was a little bit of a blank slate. He was friendly despite lacking social interaction, but as the series continues to progress, a new side of him emerges with the help of Fiore. We soon later learn down the line that Alec is a strategic person who isn't afraid to do morally questionable deeds such as manipulating others to get further in the game. We also continue to learn as the series progresses that Alec has a wife and son. However, their relationship is not looking so great. Alec wants to win the money in order to help his marriage and move somewhere where he and his family can restart a new life. Watching Alec as a really monotone-like character slowly start to build relationships and show his emotions was a really interesting idea, and I think it was portrayed really well throughout the show. Watching Alec in his elimination compared to the first episode is just such a huge contrast, and I love it so much. Not to mention that I just love the overall pettiness of this man. He is just so funny. Alec is also another character who I am super excited to see his return in All Stars. His story never really got a proper conclusion in season 1, so I'd love to see it properly end. Now before I move on to my obvious number 1 pick, here are just a few honorable mentions. Jake and Ellie are 2 characters who I really love. I know there is a really huge debate in the Disventure Camp community about these 2, but can't we love both? Can't we? I do prefer Jake over Ellie just because I think watching a character really focus on their flaws is really different, and I really like it. Another honorable mention is Fiore, as she was the main antagonist and absolutely killed it. She was not only fun and entertaining to watch, she wasn't just hilarious, but she was also a memorable and effective antagonist, and I think she was written really well. And yes, I know that I haven't really given season 2 a lot of love this video, but adding on to the honorable mentions list, we have Hunter, Rosa Maria, and Kai. I love these 3 so much, they're so stupid. But coming in as my favorite Disventure Camp character, we have Nick, the rich guy. Despite being a character who probably got some of the least development in the entire series, he is easily my favorite for so many different reasons. His design is just so well done, he is a hilarious character that actually has a lot of depth. Watching this character who's never really left his house environment before interacting with this new world was definitely a really fun experience. And I'm so sad that we didn't get more. I want more Nick so bad. But I think the thing that really makes me love him so much is the fact that he's underdeveloped, because it means that we as the fans can add on more. We can write our own story for Nick. We can write our own conclusion to this man's character. And also, if you do think about it, while we as the audience know that Fiore is evil, the other characters don't know that. Considering Nick was quick to defend her in the first place really does go to show that he is a good person deep down. Nick is funny, Nick is angsty, and my favorite part about him is that he's British. And that's why Nick is my favorite Disventure Camp character. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and subscribe. If you do want to further support me, please check out the link tree in the description of this video, as it contains my Instagram, Twitter, as well as my Ko-Fi. Thank you all so much for watching once again, and I hope you all have an incredible day. Bye!